Hey yo!
So you're probably wondering and clicking on this video to see if you want to pull for Raiden. Now for you people, I am going to talk a little bit about Raiden and just showcase what she does and her kit overall. I'm also going to conclude this by saying should you get her in 4.3 or not, so hey, make sure to keep watching and I hope you guys enjoy. I don't want to waste any more time, but make sure to leave a like, subscribe, or even leave a comment on this video if you see anything wrong and or I'll just listen to you overall.
Or again, I will just cry, please.
Now first off, starting off with her skill, I really just want to say this is her main priority for damage dealing. What this basically does is it will actually scale your ult's damage. This skill really just creates a circle around Raiden and maybe even other teammates, but it will actually do off-field damage and it will just stack the circle as it just fills up the whole bars. And as the bar gets filled up, you'll actually be able to do more damage with your ult. Obviously, her ult is not that usual to other things, as this is actually just a very good burst. She really just does one big slash, which is just absolutely broken in the game, like, I'm not even lying. But seriously, it just allows her to do all the damage in the world, and there's actually a bunch of combos you can do, which also has this enabled. Basically, there's combos to Raiden after she uses her ult. Some people actually use charge attack all the time, or maybe they just hit originally. I hope I really explained this in just a much simpler way because I don't want to rant about her and she's been out for decades, like I said again, as I'm not the only person who can actually talk about her well. Now moving on to constellations, I really don't want to talk about all of these, but I do want to talk about two useful ones that could probably double your damage and it's just worth going for rather than the ones that are just below that. So starting off with C1, this is actually a game buster as she will actually gain her resolve stacks much more, which is the circle thing, and you'll be able to do the max damage that you want to do. This right here will just actually help her. Now moving on to the next constellation, this is the one I really want to mainly point out as this is just absolutely broken and something that is worth going for if you are going for constellations. What this constellation does is that it will make her ult just absolutely broken as it will ignore 60% of the opponent's defense with that one big slash. I've seen Raiden's go from 100,000 damage to maybe even 300,000 depending on what your teammates are like and how they build them. But for the final time, I would only recommend C1 and C2 as you don't really need the third one, and both of these just really buff her to her limits already. I really just want to show you guys my Raiden build here as I do want to warn you on some things, and I also showcased Raiden on a different video on how to beat Abyss, so I really just want to talk about this and let you guys on a little something. So obviously Raiden actually scales off energy recharge, so there's actually just a big ratio within this, but this is actually a very bad number to have and I'll explain why. See, Raiden actually has a cap limit on how much damage she gains from this. Now this number right here is actually really bad because above 275 energy recharge, which is her cap, she will actually get decreased damage. Also found out that it's not really a big damage decrease, but it is something you actually have to pay attention to because you don't really need a lot and you can actually make your crit rate and crit damage better rather than just fully going on your energy recharge.
Obviously, I'm just bad at the game, okay, so it's just like that, alright?
Now moving on to her weapons, I really just want to make this fast and simple for you guys to understand, and it's just something so straightforward so I don't have to keep blabbing on. Now obviously, her best weapon is her signature weapon. I really don't have to say anything else other than it's just her signature. But I actually have a free-to-play option that probably every Raiden owner knows, and some people that also don't have her. You can get it by fishing in Inazuma, or it's just something like that. The last main thing I really just want to point out is her artifact set. Now her number one priority is crit rate and crit damage, but her second main priority, which I also should treat the same as the first one, is energy recharge. But those are just the main ones you really need to go for, and something that really everyone knows. Lastly, for her circlet, go for crit damage or crit rate as that is just recommended and there's nothing else that can replace them. There's actually a team comp with her that's the best in the game as it revolves just around Hyper Bloom, and there's also nothing else that you can go wrong with it, so there's just a bunch of opportunities with her. Now in conclusion to Raiden right now, I really just want to talk about if she's worth it in 4.3. She really just does a great job in everything, and from my point of view, she is honestly one of the best characters in the game. And for people that have been waiting a long time for her or missed 3 reruns like me on Zhongli, I really hope you guys get her and tell me the experiences you have with her. There's nothing else really to talk about here other than just my stupid Kazuha face. So I'm just gonna end it right here. But like always, the moon has risen. I mean, you guys did not see that transition from day to night, okay? Come on, I'm a magician. Obviously, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, or even comment anything on this channel. I will for sure try to listen to you guys as fast and as neatly as possible. And I will for sure hear you out for everything that you say because I don't like to ignore. But like always, Cyrex out. Bye-bye.